Buckeyes won the toss. Deferred. Indiana will receive. Sellout crowd in attendance. Buckeyes, Hoosiers, and here we go. And that will bring out Fernando Mendoza, the Cal transfer, having a spectacular season.
He is a great decision maker with the ball on time.
32 touchdown passes this year to only 5 interceptions. First down and 10 of the 25. Hemby in the backfield. Mendoza throwing on first down underneath, and it's caught for gain of 9. Elijah Surratt. Offensively for the Hoosiers.
Well, offensively, they've got their quarterback laying on the field. He got hit. I couldn't tell who hit him. Maybe it was Caden Curry, the defensive end. He got popped right when he let go of this ball. Here's 92 Curry. Yeah, he hits him right when he lets go, right in that right shoulder. And good thing for IU, Mendoza up and jogging off the field. I'll tell you what, every single Indiana fan in this building and around the country, heart in their throat right now with the Heisman Trophy candidate laying on the ground, and now his brother jogs on the field, Alberto.
In for his big brother. He'll hand it off, and this is Hemby leaning forward, looking for that first down. First down and 10 at the 35. And they'll run it straight ahead with Hemby. That's a gain of 3. Let's take a look now at the Indiana offense.
Drew Evans, their left guard, back in the lineup. He's missed several games, so he's back in there. That's good for Indiana. Pat Coogan's got a huge matchup against Caden McDonald in the interior. On the outside, it's about Elijah Surratt and Omar Cooper. These two guys are elite, but make no mistake about it, Indiana wants to run the football and establish that run. Roman Hemby in the backfield.
They'll give it to Hemby again, running right this time with the lane as he crosses the line of scrimmage and is gobbled up by Sonny Styles defensively for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
This is simply the best unit in all of college football, and he is as disruptive as any safety in America.
Third down and 4 at the 41. Mendoza to throw it with time. Bounces out. Mendoza wants to run it, dumps it down. Nice play. Improvisation. Charlie Becker with the catch, his 21st of the season, a gain of 10 yards.
Mendoza is sneaky athletic, and here he gets himself out of the pocket going to the left, and Arvell Reese is trying to track him down, and there's Lorenzo Styles, number 3, who has to come up and defend the quarterback run, and Mendoza, very alert, just dumps it right over the top for Charlie B. And Becker, how about the big catches?
Charlie B. from Nashville, Tennessee. First and 10 at the 49. Mendoza with time, goes deep, has a man, and incomplete. Intended for Omar Cooper. Defensively, Lorenzo Styles Jr. in coverage. Second and 10 at the 49. Ground attack, this time Black. Can Indiana run the ball on this Ohio State defense?
This offense is predicated on establishing the run game.
Third down and 7. At the 46, opening series for Indiana. Mendoza to let it fly. Steps up in the pocket and trouble and goes down. Guess who? Caden Curry again. His 10th sack of the season to lead the Buckeyes. And he's from, guess where? Greenwood, Indiana.
I tell you what, a start for Caden Curry in this game. He's just going to beat the right tackle right around the edge. That's Zin Maholski, the Ohio State transfer. Curry is so explosive here in his first year as a starter, and he has been so productive for Ohio State. Like you said, now 10 sacks on the year.
Mitch McCarthy to punt it away. Brandon Ennis is the deep man for the Buckeyes. And he's got it at the 11-yard line. And that will bring out a young phenom, Julian Sayin.
Indiana has their hands full against this passing game here tonight.
Leads the nation in completion percentage at 79%. Buckeyes start from their own 12-yard line. Sayin out of the gun. He'll fire. Jeremiah Smith with the catch on first down, and he'll pick up a first down as he gains 13. Offensively for Ohio State. First down to the 25. Here's Sayin to throw it again. Skips around, looks backside, and just fires this one out of play. Defensively for Indiana.
Yeah, this is really the lost unit in this game. You know, no one talks about Indiana defensively. He's going to have a heck of a matchup against his former high school teammate, Jeremiah Smith.
On second down, they give it to Bo Jackson. And the freshman sensation will pick up positive yardage. Lewis Moore and D'Angelo Pons combining on the 4-yard gain. 3rd down and 6 at the 29. C.J. Donaldson in the backfield at running back. Here's Sayin. Over the middle and intercepted. Lewis Moore. Indiana has a football. Reminiscent of last week for Ohio State.
Well, I think he's fooled here. He thinks that this is a half safety over Smith, but Lewis Moore actually goes to his left, and then he's able to drop down on this right. Brandon Ennis trying to get that first down, and Lewis Moore now his 6th interception on the year. He has been outstanding. His eyes were in the backfield the whole time. Gets a little bit of a tip as he defends the ball, and it bounces right to him. And now Indiana, great field position inside the 25-yard line.
1st down and 10 for Indiana. At the Ohio State 23. Black runs into a pile led by Sonny Styles. They give him 1.
Pat Coogan transferred in from Notre Dame. He's got his hands full.
2nd down and 9 at the 22. Mendoza sideline throw on the money to Surratt. Elijah Surratt came into this game with 48 catches for 650 yards. He's missed games because of a hamstring this year.
You always got to be aware of these slot fades. Watch out for Elijah Surratt here trying to get himself to the corner.
1st down and 10 at the 11. Here's Mendoza rolling out of the pocket. And he'll throw it away.
A little homecoming for Curry, and he's making his name known here in Indianapolis.
Indiana offered him a scholarship. He chose to head to Columbus. 2nd and 10 at the 11. Here's the running game with Hemby. And Ohio State ready for it. No gain on the play. And these running backs are mirror images of each other. Mendoza looking. Underneath, deflected, incomplete. This one from 29 yards away for Nico Radicic. Got it up and good. Indiana on the board first. Settling for the field goal, Julian Sayin. This is reminiscent of what happened last week.
Sure is. Now, he bounced back last week, but you know, I would venture to say this defense that he's facing today is a better defense.
And this one caught by Ennis for Sayin and the Buckeyes. Play fake. Sideline throw. Jeremiah Smith out of bounds. He'll pick up 6, maybe 7 yards on the play. Sayin in trouble. Dances out of the pocket, throws on the move, and out of bounds. The catch is made by Carnell Tate, and it looks like he has the 1st down.
And one of the things this defensive front does such a good job of is create pressure, and they're very elusive, tough to block. And here's Shabola, the right guard, 77. He gets an inside move by Stephen Daly, and Daly was right in the face of Julian Sayin, who had to get out of the pocket and find his wide receiver, Tate, who catches it for a 1st down.
1st down from the 37. Jackson, the single setback. Sayin steps into his throw over the middle, caught Jeremiah Smith. That's another 1st down. 1st down at midfield. Bo Jackson turns it up, finds a seam, and Bo Lamar Jackson. Donaldson replaces Jackson. Sayin to throw it. Saying, nowhere to go! And he slammed in the backfield. Hardy with the sack. And Ohio State will have to punt it away.
He took his eyes down, didn't get there, and then there's Elijah Hardy. And Hardy, 7 sacks coming into this game. That's his 8th on the year.
Joe McGuire punts it away from the 35. Jonathan Brady is the deep man, and he has it at the 10. For Mendoza at the 11. Play fake, sideline, quick. Charlie Becker, incomplete. Igbenogson in coverage for the Hoosiers. He's been playing some lights-out football this year. Here's a handoff. Hemby, this time with room. Roman Hemby, the Maryland transfer. Mendoza, quarterback run, and he'll pick up the first down and more. And that's one of the aspects of Mendoza's game that makes him dangerous.
That really is, and what they need is you always have to have a good block from your running back. And watch Roman Hemby. He's going to come up and just get enough of Sonny Styles and allows Mendoza to get over to that left side and get the line to gain. But that's something that they have all year long. When they need one of those 3rd and shorts, it's a zone read or it's a quarterback draw. But Mendoza, he is sneaky athletic. And like I said at the beginning of the game, his legs were going to be a factor.
He's rushed for 243 yards this season and 6 rushing touchdowns. On first down, intercepted Igbenogson. Sonny Styles make that Lorenzo Styles blew up the play.
Well, watch Lorenzo Styles, number 3. He reads it perfectly. He goes in there, he makes contact, and Igbenogson is there off of the tip.
Buckeyes now have the football at the Indiana 25. First down, and they hand it off to Bo Jackson. And Jackson tumbles forward, flags on the play.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 97, half the distance to the goal, first down.
That's Mario Landino. First down and goal at the 8 for Ohio State. Out of the offset eye. Jackson. And Jackson is taken down. Jeff Utzinger.
Offside. Defense number 8 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, first down.
There's Stephen Daly, the defensive end, closest to the official who calls that penalty, and just lined up clearly with his helmet over the ball in the neutral zone. There you see the flag come out as Ohio State is trying to establish this run game like they did a week ago.
Saying, looking, throws it up high and out of bounds.
That's great coverage by Pons. That is great coverage.
Second down and goal at the 4. Jackson remains in at running back.
False start. Offense number 25. 5-yard penalty, second down.
You know, if you wanted to point to one weakness that this Ohio State team has, it's offensively the red zone.
Second down and goal now at the 9 for Ohio State. Saying, looking, Saying in trouble, scrambles, throws, touchdown! Tater, home run hitter, Carnell Tate.
Well, it really starts with protection here with Julian Sayin. He gets all the time in the world, and you're going to see from the left side of your screen, Carnell Tate inner right there. And as Sayin escapes the pocket, now Tate is wide open. And Sayin finds him for an easy touchdown, and Ohio State is able to convert the turnover into points.
Jaden Fielding in for the extra point. And it's good. 7-3. Buckeyes respond. And right now he gives Ohio State the lead. And this one kicked out of the end zone. Mendoza with time. Mendoza winds up. Down the field. Becker incomplete. And a flag.
Pass interference. Defense, number 3, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So now first down at the 40 for the Hoosiers. Black turns it up. Nice cut. Black, high stepping. Black out of bounds. Indiana toting the rock. And they get it off. Black again. And maybe a yard. Hemby in the backfield. They give it to him with a lane. And Hemby gains about 3 yards as he popped it through. 3rd down and 6 at the 19. Surratt, he's the go-to guy on the back shoulder. Mendoza looks that way, in trouble, scrambling. Mendoza goes down behind the line of scrimmage. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. So Radicic, the kicker of the year in the Big Ten Conference, 14 of 14 on the season. He's been good from 29, this one from 40, and he missed it. First miss of the year. Isaiah West checks in the game at running back. He'll go straight ahead. The freshman from Philadelphia, Hardy, stands him up after he gains 3. 2nd and 6 at the 26. Sayin on the play fake. Sayin down the field. Smith! Jeremiah! At the 20. And chopped down Jeremiah Smith. 51 yards, but a flag.
Jogging down the field. This one might be Indiana.
Illegal helmet contact, hands to the face. Defense, number 6. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
That's Kamara.
Kamara, there's that hand way up in the face.
Jackson, the deep man in the I formation. They give it to him. And he'll lower his head. Stopped by Hardy. 2-yard pickup. And Tate is at the bottom of your screen. 2nd and 8. The handoff to Jackson. And Jackson held up. Nicely done. As Farrell, the safety, comes up and brings him down. Max Clare, the tight end in the slot, near side. Sayin rolls out in that direction and is dragged down from behind by Isaiah Jones. With a long of 49, this one from 30 yards away. And it's good. 10-3, Ohio State.
And give the ball back to that man, Fernando Mendoza, and this IU offense.
What's going through his mind right now, Joel?
Well, you know, I think the loss of Omar Cooper is really big deal for this Indiana team.
1st and 10 of the 25. Mendoza without one of his weapons. Near far side, caught, out of bounds. Great catch this time, Jonathan Brady.
Yep.
Mendoza to throw it again. Rolls out of the pocket. Incomplete, but there is a flag.
Holding, offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty, first down.
1st down and 20. Mendoza, delayed handoff, Hemby. And Roman Hemby. 2nd down and 13. At the Indiana 36. Mendoza goes through his progressions, pops it out to Hemby, his running back. Mendoza sprints out, sets up, delivers, and caught. on the sideline. That was a rocket gain of 11. Charlie B from Nashville. Looks like the Hoosiers may have figured something out. Mendoza hands it off. Black cuts it up. High snap, handled, far side throw, nicely done. Brady. Now remember, Omar Cooper's out. He's been a star for them. But Jonathan Brady, as you mentioned, he played with Mendoza at Cal. There's a familiarity.
And that was just a run-pass option right there. Good decision by Mendoza.
3rd and 2. Mendoza to throw it again. Scrambles. And incomplete. Out of bounds. And a timeout called by the Hoosiers for IU at the 39. Mendoza pulls it out under pressure, gets it off and finds his tight end. Riley Nowakowski picks up the first down in the first half. Black with a burst, and he just rockets through the hole and gets close to that first down marker. They give him 9.
This is the same formation that Michigan was using. Tight end into the short side of the field, and it allows them to get those down blocks and get to the linebacker.
And they'll run it once again. Black breaking tackles. Prior to that run, 6 carries, 53 yards for Black, averaging close to 9 yards per carry. First down and 10 at the 20. Mendoza, quarterback run, bottled up and goes down. That's because Kenyatta Jackson got a piece. And that's his 2nd sack of the game. 2nd down and 12 at the 22. Hemby in the game at running back now. Mendoza. And Mendoza goes down again. Curry with pressure. Mendoza underneath. Nowakowski trying to get outside. Does. Turns it up and out of bounds. They give him 10 on 3rd and 15. This one up and good.
When I started Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses, I had no idea what I was doing. But GoDaddy Aero does, using AI to build a logo, website, and social content. So I can let the world know if your goggles ain't Goggins, they don't belong on your noggins.
If you know luxury, it's not just award-winning, it's rewarding. Saatva Mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Saatva to friends and family. Saatva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
Hey, Willie.
Best 2 defenses in all of America.
Indiana goes on a 14-play, 61-yard drive, eating up 7 minutes and 21 seconds.
After halftime, a chance to double up here if they can get a score.
First down from the 25, far side throw, nice catch. Carnell Tate and Tater with the first down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. First and 10 at the 36 for the Buckeyes. Bo Jackson. And Bo Jackson hit hard. Elijah Hardy has been excellent. Sayin, double clutch. Sayin is sacked. Isaiah Jones. A loss of 2.
I don't know why they're not taking a timeout right here. He's trying to throw a quick screen over to the right side. And you can tell he just double clutches because the coverage rolled over in that direction. Now he takes a sack. Now we're inside of a minute.
3rd down and 8 at the 38. 40 seconds to go. Sayin. Sideline. Incomplete.
Charge timeout, Ohio State, their first.
So they're going to have to drive this ball away. He's under 32nd.
McGuire sends it away. Brady. And he has the fair catch inside the 15. 48-yard punt. And they'll hand it off. Hemby. And that should take us to the end of the first half.
I was ready for some fireworks from both of these guys, but each of them trusting their defense.
Lowest scoring half of the season for Indiana. Ennis is the deep man. Quinn Warren will send it away. And Ennis with a solid return. All right, Jenny, 1st and 10 of the 27 for the Buckeyes. Play fake. Sayin rolls out of the pocket. Dumps it down to his tight end. And this time, it's Kazmarek close to a first.
He said the poise that he's shown hasn't surprised him, and he expects the same in this half.
All right, on 2nd and 1. First down, Jackson with a burst. Bo Jackson. On 2nd and 1, he gains 20. Jackson, 8 carries, 45 yards.
Watch, they're going to pull around, and this is supposed to go to the left side, but Jackson sees the hole over here to the right side, and he's able to just wiggle through and get up onto that second level. Good vision from the young back who's got 6 games of 100 yards. That's the most of any true freshman in the country. He has come on strong here in the back half of the season.
The state of Ohio's top-ranked running back in his class and 4th in the nation. 1st down and 10 at the 44. Sayin sprints out, sets up, looks, and he get him again. Woo! Mario Landino shot out of a cannon. Loss of 6.
Well, you're going to get pressure over here from this side, and Sayin is trying to get Smith right down the middle of the field, but the coverage in the back end was outstanding. There's Landino. He gets away from Shabola, and he gets the sack.
2nd down and 15. Sayin under pressure again. Whoa! He breaks away and somehow gets rid of it. Unbelievable pressure by Stephen Daly.
Defense is licking their chops. I don't think the first 3rd down conversion is going to happen here.
Sayin, he does drop it off. Donaldson, and
Indiana
a timeout was called by the Hoosiers.
What? On 3rd and 27.
Charge timeout, Indiana, for prior to the snap. Their first 30-second timeout.
Opening series for Ohio State here in the second half. Sayin under pressure again, underneath Smith. And they drop him. A yard. Hardy again. It looks like the Indiana defense found a wrinkle during their halftime. 1st down and 10 at the 12. Hemby. They'll push the pile forward.
He has been courageous all season long, and he'll have to be so again here tonight.
2nd down and 5 at the 17. Hemby again. And he'll get close to the 20. But Mendoza's got great wheels. Mendoza steps up, down the field. Cut! Inside the 30. Charlie B. from Nashville, Tennessee.
What a route from Becker. Right past Lorenzo Styles. This guy is so good in the contested catch, 50-50 situation, and he fights through that right arm of Styles for a massive catch.
51 yards, first down at the 29. Hemby slashing, crashing, and smashing his way for a first down. First down and 10 at the 19. Mendoza hands it off. Black. And he's written down after he crosses the line of scrimmage. Sonny Styles. Mendoza play fake. Looks backside. Dances. Pulls it back. Rolls out and gets rid of it. Great coverage by the Ohio State secondary. Third down and 8 at the 17. Becker's been a go-to man as well. Mendoza. Fade. Surratt. Corner! Touchdown! Indiana!
Well, here's Surratt, one-on-one with Jermaine Matthews, and he fights through the contact, and again, what do we see time and time again? It's the back shoulder, allowing Surratt to adjust back to that back shoulder. Nobody in America does it better than Indiana. Fernando Mendoza and Elijah Surratt for a touchdown.
Extra point, and it's good. 7 plays.
Back shoulder fade route to Elijah Surratt for the touchdown.
And that brings back on Julian Sayin. He was sacked just 6 times on the season coming into tonight. IU has put him down 5 times in this game. This is the first time Ohio State has trailed in the second half all season. First and 10 of the 25. And they'll run it with Bo Jackson. And Jackson dives forward. They give him 7.
Julian Sayin not seeing this defense and the disguise of the safeties.
Second and 3. Jackson trying to set up his blocks, but Indiana not fooled. And that's a loss of 1. Third down and 4 at the 31. Sayin. And caught for first down. That's Brandon Ennis. Got beyond the first down marker.
That was their first third down conversion.
First down at the 36 now. Sayin rolling out on the play fake, dumps it down to his tight end, Max Clare. And Clare with a good route. The handoff. West, nothing doing. Sayin will throw it. Back shoulder. Jeremiah Smith. 6 catches, 103 yards for Jeremiah. From the 27. Sideline. Clare. And he is dumped. Second and 2 at the 19. They hand it to Jackson. He almost squirts through, but does pick up a first down. First and 10 now at the IU 14. Play fake. Sayin underneath. Caught. And it's Kazmarek this time. So now he's using his tight ends. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. Second and 3. Straight ahead. Bojack. They give him 2.
Well, the red zone has been the story of this game, both sides.
11th play of the drive that started at the Ohio State 25. Sayin sprints out, looks, Sayin! Incomplete. Great coverage. Pons on Jeremiah Smith, and now it's 4th and 1. Quarterback sneak, and it looks like the Buckeyes have it.
There's Julian Sayen's knee. It's down. You can see his helmet right here, which means the ball is somewhere behind this pile of players, and he needed to get all the way to the 4-yard line. You can see he was short, and the ball doesn't get there until the end of the shot, and Ohio State was turned away on review. 4th down stop for Indiana. Offense back on the field for Curt Cignetti.
1st down and 10 at the 5 now for Indiana. Black from 5 yards deep in his own end zone. And he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Surratt in motion. Mendoza underneath. Looks like he's got a 1st down. Yes, he does. E.J. Williams Jr., who's been battling injury, gains 12. Big Ten championship on the line. Black. Ohio State ready. No gain. Second and 10. Play action. Mendoza. Over the middle. Caught. He threw a dime. Charlie B. Charlie Becker, another grab. This time for 16. Becker, 4 catches, 86 yards. 1st down at the 32. They'll run it left with Black. Kalon Black stopped by Caleb Downs. A 4-yard jaunt.
They are getting nervous right now.
2nd down and 6 at the 36. Mendoza, sideline, caught. Guess who? Charlie Becker. Charlie B having a game, having a day. 1st down and 10 to the 43-yard line now. And they'll hand it to Hemby. Roman Hemby. 3-yard gain.
Now near midfield. So a really successful offensive possession here, but now trying to capitalize and try to get points.
2nd down and 7 at the 47. They stay on the ground with Hemby. Not a lot. And that'll bring up a big-time 3rd down and 5. Here's their second chance. Mendoza rolling, and he gets rid of it. Great defense by the Buckeyes. Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese with pressure.
Well, it's great coverage in the back end, but watch Arvell Reese. He starts all the way over here, and he's the one that's finally going to get the pressure on Mendoza. Watch him close. Lightning fast. This guy is huge and fast, 6'4", 243 pounds, and he closes on Mendoza, who has no choice but to throw that ball away.
Mitch McCarthy sends it away. Ennis has it at the 7, and he's gobbled up quickly.
Trailing in the 4th quarter.
1st down and 10 at the 10-yard line. Jackson with a hole. And he'll pick up 5. All right, 2nd and 6 at the 14. Jackson again. Bo Jackson. Gains 10 on 2nd and 6, 1st down, Ohio State.
Yeah,
he almost popped that.
I was just going to say, that's quite a list to put your name on.
1st down and 10 to the 24. Isaiah Weston now. Sayen. Underneath his tight end, Kazmarek. And they'll give him 4.
And Sayen had to check the ball down to his tight end.
2nd down and 6 at the 28. West, 2nd man through. Stephen Daly, 1st man to him. Only a 1-yard pickup.
This offensive line has got to be great here because you know this pressure is coming after Julian Sayin.
Jeremiah Smith, number 4, top of your screen. Tate, 17, bottom. He looks Jeremiah's way. Now over the middle, caught. Beautiful decision by Julian Sayin. C.J. Donaldson snuck his way out of the backfield and picked up the first.
They're trying to get a hook here to Jeremiah Smith, but watch the coverage. It's basically triple covered. So Sayin's got to work back left. Tate's triple covered. So he dumps it down to his back, C.J. Donaldson. That's a nice job by that offensive line, giving him time to work through his progression, get to the check down, and Donaldson is able to move the chains.
Clock keeps ticking. Sayin. Smith in space, and Smith bottled up and taken down. Fisher in on the tackle. Sayin over the middle again. Jackson and Isaiah Jones. First man to him. They give him 7. Can Indiana get off the field? Can Ohio State keep the chains moving? Down by 3. Big Ten championship. Sayin, here they come. Ohio State picks it up. Sayin out of the pocket. On the move. Oh, what a catch. Carnell Tate. First down, Buckeyes.
Well, as he leaves the pocket, he's going to come this direction outside of the right. Good protection initially, and a nice job by the right tackle, Phillip Daniels, mashing down that rush on the right side, and then Tate just moves with his quarterback, and he's able to get that left foot down. That is a massive conversion here for Ohio State late in the fourth quarter.
That's a gain of 20. First down and 10 at the 41. For the Buckeyes, 13-10. Sayin with the handoff. Jackson. And he'll plow his way through. Second down and 8. Play fake. Sayin in trouble. And he'll get rid of it. This is the third and long on this drive. 3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz. They get it away. Oh, Ennis wants to throw it. The other side, Jackson. And he's close to a first down, but a flag.
That's what I think they're going to call
Personal
here.
foul. Illegal low block. Defense number 6. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Jackson. Jackson. Bo Jackson. Determination. Second down and 2 at the 10-yard line.
Got single coverage out here to Smith.
Jackson the pistol. They give it to him. And he's close to the first. Maybe a yard short. Close to 8. It started at the 10. Julian Sayin orchestrating. Play fake. Sayin rolls, looks, and complete. What a defensive play. This time by Hardy. And he's been a ball hawk.
Well, they're trying to get the running back out here, Bo Jackson. Watch Bo Jackson out of the backfield. And that was a nice job picking him up. That's Caden Turner, number 14, and Hardy off the backside. That was unbelievable coverage. The transfer from Navy goes up and over, blocks that away from Bennett Christian. And Ohio State has to settle for a field goal.
Good from 30 yards already today. No good! He missed it! At their own 20, Ohio State's got to get it back. 2:48 remaining. Ohio State with 3 timeouts. Black slashing. A gain of 5. And it's Black. A loss of one. Looks like Mendoza may have thought about pulling that ball out. Big play here. 3rd and 6 at the 24. Mendoza. Charlie B from Nashville, Tennessee.
Mendoza has made some of the best throws of the season here in the 4th quarter against Ohio State.
Burrs down and 10 at the 43. They'll stay on the ground as Black slips before he gets to the line of scrimmage. No gains. 2nd down and 10 at the 43. Black again. Sonny Styles with the tackle. And a timeout called by the Buckeyes. Their final timeout.
You know, this is one of those chances that Mendoza could take himself.
3rd down and 7. Serrata in motion. They stay on the ground with Black.
You're looking at about, 18, 19 seconds that Ohio State will have.
With no timeouts.
Try to get down the field.
Ennis is deep. End over end. And Ennis has it at the 13. So, with 18 seconds left and no timeouts, trailing by 3.
In warm-ups, he had distance from about 59-60. They would need to get the ball to about the 42, 41-yard line. They got a lot of distance to make up.
So they need about 50 yards. Smith in motion. Sayin moves around, dumps it down, and out of bounds goes Donaldson. Sayin steps up, winds up. And incomplete. 2 seconds to go. Sayin lets it go. And it is caught, but not enough. Kurt Cignetti does it in 2 years. The Indiana Hoosiers are champions of the Big Ten.
We were able to pull this off. Whoever thought the Hoosiers would be here, but now the Hoosiers are flipping champs. Let's go!
We are Big Ten champions.